Here's a great collection of mostly outboard motors at the Tallahassee Automobile Museum. It really defies description, and since I really don't know much about inboard or outboard motors, I'm just going to let you look at it and digest the diversity of these motors. You're going to see Johnson motors and Mercury motors and Evinrude, Lito. It just goes on and on. So I'll just let you digest it as we walk along the various aisles here. All these beginning motors are mostly Johnson outboards. Quite a diverse lot, I would say. And they had their model changes too, I guess, every year or so they came out with a new model. And of course they fit them to various boats, so the need would vary depending on what you were attaching it to. Evinrude. It goes on and on. Now we're getting into the Lito model, which I had never heard of. Motor Go, never heard of that. Now we're into Mercury's. What started out as small engines certainly became big ones, as the need for more power for ski boats. Scott Atwater. I think it'd be fascinating if you had a motor way back, browse through this group. Chrysler is represented, Chrysler made inboards too. Goodyear. And just browse through this collection, and I bet you would find, if not the specific model, something very close to what you had back in the day. There are also some models from other countries too. Elgin. Wizard. I remember Wizard. I think it was advertised pretty heavily back in the day. Here's a very early model of Waterman. A lot of the idea of these early models was to attach it to your boat, and suddenly you had, instead of rowing it, you had a motor driving it. Now down there on the floor evidently are some very early inboard models. I think I saw a Sea King there, top row. I'm looking at a small picture, so it's hard to identify the writing. Now we're going to take a look at a very large cutaway here of a Mercury outboard. And here I think I don't recognize any of the names at all. So this is probably from a completely different country. I think my viewers will tell me if that's so. There's one attached to a propeller. Again, Alto. There's quite a display of boats too, which I didn't even get into, literally or figuratively. It's like a regular rowboat, maybe something a life-saving service would use back there. And that's an engine from World War II. Horsepower 50, it's an Evinrude. Some speedboats. And more outboards. Champion. The Lockwood. Coban. Very early examples, evidently. What an interesting collection. And the Thor.